everyone, welcome back to my YouTube, and if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. What I'm gonna do is start over so that way I can show you how I do it to get a look like that. All you're gonna need is these two products. So this is the makeup eraser towelette, and then this is the Garnier micellar water. So it's a makeup remover, especially around the eyes. It removes tough mascara, eyeliner that gets deep packed into your lashes, so it wipes everything off and then it hydrates at the same time. So I'm just gonna shake it up, and then I'm gonna put a little bit. You want to be careful because the spout is pretty drippy and it could get messy, so all you need is a little bit. You can like rub it in. I fold my towelette twice. You can use even like a cotton pad. So I'm just gonna start over. I have brow powder on and eyeshadow primer. So I just want to start over so I can have a clean slate. As you can see now, this is my bare eyelid. For the excess dry area, I'm just gonna tap dry my eyelid space, because if it does have any oil from your natural lid, the primer isn't able to really fully stick and smooth out by gliding. Okay, I'm gonna start off with my Anastasia Beverly Hills pomade, and the color that I'm using is ash brown. I like to drag my excess brow powder that I have on the brush and extend it a little bit more closer towards the other eye. That way I can elongate my eyes and make them look bigger. So after I fill it, I do use a mascara wand like that, and then I'll soften it, especially towards the start of the brows, and then just at the top. And then we're gonna go ahead and carve out our brows. So I'm using a flat brush. Now I'm using my Laura Mercier translucent powder. I usually like to put it on the lid, so when I open it I can just grab some product like that, and then I'll pack the lid. So before I put the translucent powder to set the whole eyelid, I like to just blend anything with my fingers, because the warmth of your fingers will help the primer to blend easily. So you want it to be blendable and not sticky. But by putting on this primer, you're helping even out the color of the lid. So when you put any colors, it's gonna make the color last longer, be vibrant, and then transition smoothly, which is what you want. This is what we're trying to achieve. I'm gonna do a different look on this eye, but I'm just gonna show you, like, for example, when I'm starting my eyeshadow, I prime the lid, I do my eyebrow. You can do your foundation first, but when it comes to eyeshadow, like, eyes is what I really focus on. With the translucent powder, you can set it any other way with like a powder puff or another brush. So I'm just gonna use a packing brush, and the packing brush I'm gonna use is just this one. This one's from La Rousse. This is the angled blending brush. So I'm just packing it, and what I'm doing is I'm just tapping it on. I'm not trying to swipe. You can even put it on your brows to set the brows. So you see how now it's like an even complexion, so when you're putting on colors or doing different shapes or shadows or smokiness, or even just like wanting an even surface, the most important part for starting eyeshadow is you want a transition color. And by transition color, what I mean is an even base color that's gonna melt into the color that you mainly want, but it's gonna be giving you more dimension, such as depth, and then it's gonna help smooth out any colors by just being not a singular color. So what I mean is, like, here I have brown, and then I use purple, but all together it just looks like a soft transition shade, and then there's a different perception. Usually with transition shades, I like to choose brown. I just tap off the excess. So here, you can go like that towards the end. And I use the tape because before I didn't, and then I would have to wipe it off and conceal it, but now I feel like it just helps me a lot for fallout. Now, after you do your transition shade, I use a brush that either has translucent powder on it or no eyeshadow at all, and then I'm just gonna blend the part of the brow bone that's in between the brow and the shadow. So I don't want it to be a harsh like line, and I just want to smooth it out. This has no product on it. My face is a little flat, so I want it to be having more of a dimension. See how it got a little softer? Now we're gonna use a green color, and then we're just gonna smoke it out. This is the 423. Now I'm just gonna try to blend everything again. I messed it up. Long brush. Here I'm putting concealer, and then I'm also putting on lash glue. That way I can put my glitter on top of the lash glue. It's giving that halo effect that you want in the middle of the shadow. And I'll list the products below. This is the glitter that I'm using. I'm putting it on a Petri palette. That way I can grab the glitter. I'm just packing it on, patting lightly. It does get messy, so you really have to be gentle and careful. I went ahead and added some matte black towards the corner just to give it some more dimension, and then I winged out a liner towards the end. Now I'm packing, well, I was packing on my inner corner of the eye, and then I went ahead and put some Koko lashes on. Finish off the look with some mascara. And then now I'm working on my face, so I'm putting on the base primer before the foundation, concealer, contour, and powder. Before I put the primer on, I do like to moisturize my skin. Here I'm using the Fenty Beauty contour cream. It's one of my favorites. It's such a cool tone before I'm putting on the bronzer, which is more of a warm tone. This is the bronzer I like to use. It's very warm. I feel like it's just, you know, carving out my face, giving me more dimension, making me look more alive. Now I put the foundation last. That way things can blend much easier. That's why I don't worry about blending too much when I am putting the contour, so I do put the foundation on last as far as liquid creams or foundation goes. Blending the foundation on top of the contour and bronzer. After this, we're gonna go ahead and go with bronzer and contour again, but with powder this time. So I just like to make sure everything's evened out, looks blended, and no lines. This is the Sephora brush that I'm obsessed with right now. It's pretty crazy. You should go get it. It's for hard to reach areas, under the eyes, in between the lips, near the nose area. So we're setting right now our face. Cosmetics. The brush I'm using here is from LaRousse. Then I go ahead and contour and bronze my face again on top of the powder. Hair is always getting in the way. Now I'm using my pressed powder again to set my under eyes before I bake them again. And by baking, that's for the under eye area because I tend to get wrinkles. This brush is so neat. I got it from Sephora. I've been obsessing over it lately. The way it's shaped, the way it's angled, how it fluffs. It's perfect for the under eye space. Highly recommend it. It blends everything so well. Using the powder puff to set my under eyes, and I'm using the Laura Mercier translucent powder, rubbing the excess on the back of my hand. Swiping it away, then going to bronze my face with the NARS Laguna bronzer. Blush is from Sephora. Here's a few hours later because I got hungry and I went out, so the look lasted pretty long. I'm happy with this look. For this one, I went ahead and put it by the glitter. And then this one, I just cut the whole crease and then I put some on the bottom. Added 3 little dots. They're really nice and agile, so you can play around with different designs. I'm excited. I'm going to do another look with multiple colors, so stay tuned and let me know what you want to see next. Thank you.